Each case has its own document page, and this serves as your digital file where we store all incoming and outgoing documentation. The document page is one of the most used areas in Patricia, and rightly so, as it stores all documents linked to a case. The first thing to know is that all documents on the Documents tab can be viewed. You do this by double-clicking on the document entry or selecting the document and clicking the View button. The document should then open in the appropriate viewer. When you right-click on a document entry, you are presented with several actions that you can perform. Let's briefly look at each. First, you can check a document out for editing, and then check the document in once you've finished editing. You can add documents, which will bring up the Add Document window. You can also edit document properties, which will be discussed soon. But for now, know that this allows you to edit certain attributes of the document. You can remove the document or open the document for viewing using the View Document button. Quite handy is the Print Document Listing option, which prints a summary of the document entries entered on the case. You can export documents by clicking the Save Document to File. This option will save a copy of the document to your chosen path. Similar to the Save Document to File, we also have Save Documents to PDF, which will create a PDF version of the document when saved. To end, we have the ability to add documents to our terms, send documents via email, or link the documents to other cases. Let's move on to the document properties. Each document entry has several attributes or properties that define aspects of the document. Let's edit an existing entry to see this. Select a document, right-click, and choose Edit Document Properties. We have several properties that we need to look at. Starting at the top, we can see who added this document by looking at the Logged By field. We can also see when this was done under the Log Date field. The document name is a short description of the document itself. As an example, we could say Letter to Client. The description, on the other hand, is a much more detailed, full description of the document. So an example would be Mail from Client regarding further filings. Let's stop here and quickly discuss document naming conventions. It's good practice to have a standardized naming convention that is enforced in your company. Of course, this can be any format that you choose, but one possible naming convention could be the following. First, list the origin of the document. So is this a letter or a fax, a form, and so on. Follow up with the description of the actual content of the document, and then add the recipient of the document or the sender of the document. So in practice, an example could be a letter detailing filing particulars that I'm sending to my client. Another could be a fax regarding an invoice query from our foreign agent, or perhaps a filing form we generated from within Patricia. In all of these examples, it's clear that the document name gives us a lot of information at a glance, which is valuable. We then have various email-related information that will be populated when you send emails from within Patricia. This is followed by two dates that define when the document was sent or received. This depends on whether this is an outgoing or incoming document. These dates are labeled Sent Date or Received Date. We also set the file type in the File Type field. Documents can be categorized using the Document Category field. This simply means that we add a value that applies a category to the document. This information assists in grouping documents and makes it easier to find documents in a list or search for documents. Document categories can be defined in the maintenance application. The last important property to discuss is the status of a document. This is set in the status field. In Patricia, a document can be set to one of two statuses, and depending on what the status is, certain actions will or will not be allowed. The first status is called draft. Notice the text in brackets. The status means that the document is editable. Draft status should be the default status for all documents until finalized. When a document is marked as draft, there are no limitations on what we can do with this document. You can edit the document or delete the document and so on. The next status is called final, which is seen as the final version of a document. A document that is marked as final can easily be identified by the presence of a small padlock icon next to the entry. When a document is marked as final, you are not allowed to edit or remove the document. To end, it is worth pointing out that the status of a document can be changed by choosing Edit Document Properties and then changing the status here.